Hi folks, FloridaMan here. Today I'm doing an after-action report of a game that I played on playdiplomacy.com as France. The game was titled Juggernaut Rematch. So at the beginning of a game, I generally reach out to all the powers. In this game, I engaged in communications with every power from the beginning. I heard from England quite early on, and I communicated with Germany as well. England suggested a Western triple, and I suggested to Germany that we could use that as a cover to surprise attack England. We did so very quickly, and I'm sure it was a very unpleasant surprise for England. England was so good as to open anti-Russian, convoying to Norway, which I think really sealed his doom as much as anything else he did. My medium-term plan at this point was to decimate England, who I consider to be a natural obstacle to France, while maintaining friendship with both of my other neighbors, and then work with whoever was convenient to strengthen France. I had no special loyalty to Germany at this early stage, and indeed, in messages with Russia, I hint that he might need to consider Germany as his primary threat, a threat that I suggested I could help with, after the fall of England. I felt that by building two fleets, I could ensure I took virtually all of England and make inroads in Belgium and Holland later, stealing German territory, as long as I could make sure Italy didn't invade me. Italy was rather understandably paranoid, not realizing that the Western Triple was dead as soon as I supported Germany into Belgium over England, who had expected to get it. I reassured him that my moves would show my plans were anti-English and ultimately also anti-German, not anti-Italian. Things changed, though. By fall of 1902, it is exceedingly noticeable that Russia is going to become a superpower in the East. This worries me a bit, though I still believe that I can be the winner if he and I tag-team Germany, followed by Italy and me tag-teaming Russia. I don't discuss this much with anyone, just try to stay on good terms with all the parties involved. Happily, Austria and Italy are fighting now, which I think will keep Italy occupied for a while. Although our anti-English progress has not been as quick as I would have hoped, I capture Liverpool in fall 1903 and salivate while planning to seize the entire island. I'm happy to be allied to Germany, who is a shield between me and any other powers, and is also someone I could easily attack with Russian help in the future. However, I am beginning to rethink the Russian combination. I don't bother messaging him further since I want to see if something slows him down in the east before I push the idea of him helping me take Germany out. Germany and I make further plans about England, and it seems he'll go down pretty quickly now, and I can choose between attacking Germany, high risk, high reward, or Russia and/or Italy in the north and south. I get a nasty surprise in spring 1904 when Russia moves into Norwegian Sea. I know what that means. He wants a piece of England, or possibly of me. He's left Sweden empty, which seems to mean he's trusting Germany, too. Russia makes the unwise move of supporting Edinburgh to hold, thus planting the seeds of his defeat. It's worth noting that if he had supported me in or moved toward attacking Germany, I would probably have joined in at that point. Russia wasn't a monolith in the east, and Italy would be able to slow him down enough to give me decent odds of a solo if I was smart. But it's too late for that now. Germany fortunately remains loyal, unsurprising since stabbing me would give him about an 80% chance of causing a Russian solo, and Russia seems to have massively miscalculated everything about the West. Germany and I both know that geographically he'd be at a massive disadvantage if he decided to fight me. Progress would be slow and difficult, and Russia could easily stab him at any moment, and would have every incentive to do so. Germany would be an absolute fool to do this. Russia now shifts his attention to me. I'm rather impressed by how badly he's fumbled this, considering his brilliance on other fronts. He sends me a spring 1905 message, to which I do not respond, proposing that I stab Germany for reasons that make sense only to Russia. Italian build choices suggest he does not intend to attack me, so I plan to send almost everything I have north to blow Russia away. I am big on disproportionate retribution when my opponents make this sort of mistake. Germany likewise plans to attack Russia since it is transparently obvious that Russia is attempting to make us pawns in a solo scheme. Fall 1905. I seize Edinburgh, North Sea, and Norwegian Sea, while Germany moves into Warsaw. Italy makes the most gains, though. I build a fleet in Marseille to ensure I can defend myself effectively against him. Unfortunately, as we advance against Russia, and I continue the communications I have continually kept up with Germany and Italy, Italy feels it is to his advantage to move some units west, under the pretense of defending himself from my fleet Marseille. I don't move. Pretty soon after that, Italy stabs Germany. I'm rather surprised he didn't ask me what I thought first. I would have suggested we should do more damage against Russia, and that he and I should be close to parity first. Oh well. I cling to Germany for the remainder of the game, aware that any other strategy offers about an 80% chance of Italian solo, according to my vision of the future. A good game in many respects. Italy and Russia were, in my opinion, too clever by half. Both of them thought they could convince me to shoot myself in the foot, which I was unwilling to do. Italy, whether accidentally or on purpose, dramatically overstated the gains I could expect by stabbing Germany, who had essentially assured that he would throw the game to Italy in the event of a French stab. I tend to like the deck stacked in my favor. Fundamentally, I think I'm actually a pretty conservative player, not a big risk-taker willing to stab an ally for a 20% chance of solo. If I could have switched positions with Italy and then had to try and solo in his position, assuming I knew France would stab Germany, I would do it in a heartbeat. And I don't like that kind of lopsided situation. Just my 2 cents. I hope you've enjoyed this after-action report. If so, I hope you will like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Make my channel the very best. Till next time, FloridaMan out.